Etsy is an online marketplace for independent manufacturers, crafters, and collectors that was established in 2005. Users can create online stores to sell their goods on Etsy. Women make up around 80% of sellers, and they're all independent artists. For independent vendors selling handcrafted, one-of-a-kind, or specialized goods, it's somewhat similar to Amazon. As of 2020, Etsy had more than 4.3 million sellers and more than 60 million products. The marketplace is expanding quickly, so here are many fantastic choices for buyers. While some sellers continue to create things as orders come in, others keep an inventory ready to go. How does Etsy work? Etsy is an easy-to-have marketplace for buyers and sellers. Simply make an account, select a username, and then go to the sell part of the website to set up your business, which we'll discuss more in a moment. Sellers will create product listings, upload their inventory, and set up their store with a description and profile photo. Shipping fees, carriers, and delivery schedules are all customizable. While creating an Etsy shop is free, there are costs associated with selling products and processing payments for each sale. On Etsy, you have the option of opening an account or checking out as a guest. Following that, you may search or browse products by category. Does Etsy require a business license? According to Etsy's company standards, opening or running a store on the website does not require sellers to have a business license. Many vendors run their businesses without caring about local laws. However, Etsy isn't the only party having a say in this. Check your local, state, and national laws to see if a business license or any other particular license is necessary. If you're selling specific types of goods, like food or living plants, certain jurisdictions may require you to have a business license and permits. If you're unsure, you can speak with a competent small business CPA or local business attorney. There are benefits to having a business license, even if your local and federal governments don't request one. How much does Etsy take? Opening a storefront on Etsy is free, but there are costs associated with selling there. The following are some of their new pricing and policy guidelines, which were introduced on June 13, 2021. Listing costs. Regardless of whether the item sells or not, each listing you create costs $0.2. A private listing is an exception to this rule. You only pay the $0.2 once the item sells. If you don't turn off automatic renewal, listings will automatically renew after 4 months for an extra $0.2 each. Fees for transactions. A transaction fee of 5% will be charged for each sale that is handled through Etsy. This is 5% of the listing price plus the shipping and or gift wrapping fees, if applicable. Therefore, it's crucial to take this into account. What can you sell on Etsy? On Etsy, you can find a huge variety of things, but according to the company's own statistics, handmade items, vintage items, and craft supplies are the 3 most popular product categories. About 90% of the products on the website are classified as handcrafted, which may include any of the following: homemade jewelry and apparel, artisanal cosmetics, food such as spice rubs, starters for sourdough bread and cupcakes, actual plants, home furnishings, leashes and collars for pets, things for the home such as dishes, chopsticks, and pillows. If the item isn't vintage or a craft supply, it needs to be handmade by the seller, who must mention everyone who helped with its production in the product's About section. There is no drop shipment or product curation. What can't be sold on Etsy? Some items are prohibited from sale on Etsy. On Etsy, you cannot resell products from other merchants. In accordance with Etsy's selling guidelines, you're also not permitted to sell any of the following listed below: narcotics, tobacco, alcohol and drug paraphernalia, medicines prescribed by doctors, a few animal products, traces of people, items that are unsafe or recalled, or that include weapons, items that praise, encourage, or promote hatred or violence, items subject to international regulation, items that are prohibited or encourage illicit activity, adult material, items that violate the intellectual property of others. Decide what to sell. You might have one product or a number of handcrafted goods that have the potential to be great sellers, but the secret is to focus on a small number of profitable products. Browse the Etsy website to see what others are offering, but remember to follow the strict rules the site has for what you can and cannot sell. For instance, sellers are not allowed to buy products in bulk and sell them as original, one-of-a-kind handcrafted items. Handmade items must also be exclusively manufactured by the vendor. Create a vendor account on Etsy. If you're ready to launch your first Etsy shop, the steps of launching and optimizing your shop start with creating a new account. you must set up a personal account on Etsy before setting up a storefront, which just takes a few minutes to do. Go to Etsy's main page and click Create Account at the top of the screen to get started. Your name, address, and other details like your phone number and email address will be required. You'll select a username as well. A confirmation email will be then sent to you from registration@etsy.com, which you can immediately verify. After that, you can access your new account. Make policies and stick to them. As a reputable Etsy seller, you must uphold your company's policies on payments, shipping and handling, returns and exchanges, and customer communications. Before you make that first sale, you need to decide how to welcome new customers warmly, notify customers of upcoming deliveries through email, thank them for their business, and replace broken goods. To safeguard your business and foster customer trust, your online store should include all policies. Is selling on Etsy worth it? The majority of sellers concur that it is definitely worthwhile to sell on Etsy, especially if you include all seller fees in your pricing. It does take time, effort, and some initial money in the form of listing fees and any other costs related to selling on Etsy, which may include business licenses, product material or manufacturing costs, text preparation, and more. The process of learning the platform and gradually building pace might also be slow initially. There are numerous noteworthy drawbacks that merit mentioning. On the platform, there is intense rivalry between the many shoppers and the many business owners. If your product is excellent, someone else will probably notice and replicate it. Alternatives to Etsy. You should look into the following Etsy alternatives if you're not sure if it's the perfect platform for you or if you decide it is, but you'd like to reach a wider audience. Although eBay focuses more on reselling goods, you may also sell brand new and unique items online. Poshmark is a marketplace for clothes, so you can offer new, used, or boutique items there. Sellers can use Amazon, a third-party marketplace platform, to increase their reach. A Japanese e-commerce site called Mercari sells new and used goods to customers in the US and Japan, as well as antique and handcrafted goods. In addition to using third-party marketplaces, you can build your own e-commerce website. Print-on-demand and Etsy – best integrations. We will now see which print-on-demand services best integrate with Etsy. Let's stick with us. T-Launch. T-Launch is usually associated with Shopify, but it can even be integrated with Etsy through their app. We all know the range of custom products provided, even backpacks and Bluetooth speakers, and their high-quality services throughout the supply chain. It's definitely a valuable option to consider for both customers and sellers. T-Shirt Gang. T-Shirt Gang, it's not only focused on t-shirts, as the name may suggest, but it provides different printing options too. The integration with Etsy is fast and simple, and you can publish your products directly from here. We wouldn't recommend it for big stores, as it's more tailored to small businesses. However, their service is pretty fast, short fulfillment times are guaranteed, and their prices are on average. Redbubble. Redbubble is a worldwide famous print-on-demand service which can be used standalone, as its marketplace boasts millions of users every day. However, you can integrate it into Etsy, but you have to fulfill orders manually one by one. This might seem tricky and time-consuming, but imagine you can exploit both marketplaces' exposures and increase your revenue rates as well. Gooten. Gooten provides everything you need to run a successful store on Etsy, but not the same variety of products as Printify and Printful, around 130 products instead of 200. However, you can accede to broad categories of products like clothing, decorations, accessories, home decor, and whatsoever. Furthermore, what is unlimited in Gooten is the possibility to set up as many stores as you want, without incurring premium subscription fees. Setting up your account is easy. Once you fill in your business information, you can quickly upload your product listings to the dashboard. When you connect your Gooten store to Etsy, you may incur in few limitations that could delay your product release. You have to make sure your items have only 2 variants, 10 images each and 13 tags. Gooten takes care of product quality and chooses only those suppliers who can guarantee you the highest standards possible. We hope you appreciated the content. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads. See you in the next video.